It's Thanksgiving Day, and I am cruising over I-95 right now just north of D.C. on this lovely road that the state of Maryland was so kind to make for us. Trying to figure out exactly, there's two places I want to go today, and I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do because, as usual, it's a beautiful day. I want to go too many places and too far in too little time. But we're just going to go out for a cruise. So I'm going to try to take like a 3-hour video today. And I dedicate this video to Baron von Grumble, who's thinking about actually coming over to our side of the pond to ride in January. I will tell you this, Baron, if you're going to ride in the United States in January, make it early January. The late January, February, it's almost going to be snowy everywhere. But the first part of the month, late December, it might be all right. But right now, we're just getting the very tail end of the autumn. Weather's awesome. The roads are beautiful in certain places in the world, there's no question. Right now we're just going to go out for, right now we're just a little shakedown mode here. Try not to hit the highway and get our sea legs back. So let this guy pass me. Oh, there's two guys. Come on, guys. So we go for the cruise. See, he doesn't want to use the turn signal. This is the thing, man, I'm telling you, I've gotten on this bike already today, and two people have pissed me off. I was trying to make a U-turn back there. Some guy tucked right up behind me at the turn. And there's almost like no traffic, which is what's so bad about it. And people just drive like idiots sometimes, man. And when you're on a bike, you're super hypersensitive to people driving like idiots. So, past the Laurel Winter Activity Center, the skate, swim, hockey pool over here. This place is usually packed during the week. And I've never been in there because it involves actual exercise and athletics and sports and all that good shit. And hot chicks. All the things I love. But I try not to combine them all at once. So, we've got an hour and a half per charge to record. And rather than walk around here just showing you guys everything and yakking on everything, that's the lovely I-200, which the state of Maryland was also nice enough to build for us. Basically weaves out and avoids so much traffic. It's so much fun to ride on and drive, and it avoids so much traffic. It's wonderful. And so many people hate it because they go, I don't need to use it, I don't ever go there, blah, blah, blah. It is a wonderful road, and I would like to say that we have more of them, but we don't, unfortunately. So, make sure my high beams are off. Beautiful sunny day. I'd also like to dedicate this video to 650 Eve, riding with Tom. Two guys whose videos I watch every now and then. I always am amazed with guys like 650 Eve. How do you ride around Ohio at 175 miles an hour and not get locked up for like 6 months? I think that'll be like the standing question that I would ask him if I ever met him. You guys just do some crazy shit, and you know, it's people talk about things that motorcycles do that's bad for motorcycling. I mean, racing Ninja H2s and supercharged or turbocharged boosters and all that kind of shit up and down the highways in Ohio at 100 and 150, 175. That's got to be at the top of the list of crazy shit that motorcyclists do they shouldn't do. So I'm going to give him one shout out, and I'll say, dude, when they catch you, your ass is done. D-O-N-E. That's all I'm going to say. What we want to do in life here somehow with our powerful bikes, enjoy riding them, but not get ourselves locked up in the process. Or killed, which would be even worse. The other thing I'd want to say is, dude, if you really wanted to buy another H2 to differentiate it from your son's H2, why didn't you buy an H2R and get it street legal? You could have spent a little extra money, you know. Spent a little extra money, got a bike that's unquestionably fast. I mean, just outrageously fast. And then got it street legal. Why not? I don't know. I honestly don't. I need to check the tires of this thing before we go racing around anywhere. I haven't looked at my tire pressure. Last time I rode it, both the tires were low, and I don't want to make that mistake twice. So we're pulling here to check the tire pressure. Way downtown, see how bad the traffic is here. And I really don't like riding on the Beltway. It's just because some guy just blew by me at like 80 in the left lane. Not a big fan of riding on the Beltway because this thing is so susceptible to crosswinds and swirls and any kind of fucking trucks that pass it. I like to keep it on roads that are a lot less windy, a lot less trouble. Come on, come on, fucking dumbass. I'm trying to merge onto the damn road, this dumbass passes me in the fucking lane from behind. So that's one of the problems with riding a little slower than you should. But you know, I still would rather ride a little slow than a little too fast. Anyway, so we got a 10-minute ride to get downtown. Beautiful day. This is a beautiful road. The only problem with it is it really only goes two places, DC and Baltimore. One of which is really not a place I want to go to. On the Anacostia, we just passed through southwest. This part right here is where traffic is like insane 9 times out of 10. It's 3 lanes into 2 lanes. It's real exciting shit, but it's a real pain in the ass most of the time to get through here. It's just Thanksgiving at 12:30. So across the south end of the Anacostia River, over to Anacostia Park. Real exciting shit, right? Oh, I remember seeing guys fly up here on bikes at like 160. Not right at this particular point, but just when we get down the hill here a little bit. Guy came by there, man, came out there so fast he was gone in like a second, literally. And now they have speed cameras up and down the street here. This looks like a car took that out. I'm telling you, traffic around here gets so damn bad, it's pathetic. This whole part right here, everybody slows down and people slow down and people slow down for the people slowing down. Next thing you know, people are stopped right here. That's where all these skid marks are coming from. Come flying around that corner and find somebody stopped right there. So it's a Navy Yard over there, and Anacostia Park right in front of us there. 9 times out of 10 I'll be playing golf on a day like today. But I'm trying to shift my schedule around so I can ride more So let's pick this up when we get to, what the hell? I don't know. See, this is the thing, this tricky part here. They built this road. It goes right past the Navy Yard, which is like an excellent slalom right. From here all the way down to, I guess where it goes into Virginia, down in Woodbridge, well, not Woodbridge, but I forgot what the name of the part is. Forgot. Excellent turns, excellent road. You come out here and just like, fly around these turns. But because I'm still a little bit rusty, I can tell the way I'm riding. We're just gonna take it easy. See all these cars smashed up there. The combination of two parts. One, people flying in there, two, the turns, and three, people stopping. A lot of times people come up on this bridge and just stop. It's really bad. Because they see the traffic ahead and they just come to a stop in the middle of the road. So I guess we have to finish filming the rest of this. I'm gonna take this turn nice and easy. So I saw a video the other day. Two guys are out racing, highway racing in, I guess it was Brazil somewhere. Never seen this before, quite like this. I've seen guys go over the railing before, but not like this. Guys doing, some ridiculous speed, street racing. The guy with the camera was slowing up for this turn, and the guy who came by him didn't quite slow up as much. Went out a little bit ahead of him. Just a little bit, not really that much. About as far as that car is right there. But he couldn't turn the bike, and he went up on top of that Jersey wall, except the Jersey wall was twice or three times as high, and it had a fence, a catch fence on top of it or something. The dude went all the way up that Jersey wall, all the way over into the other side of the road, and across the street. They came down to the next exit. There's a 3-lane highway. Came down to the next exit, turned around, and came back, and he was on the side, the grass on the far side of the road, moaning. I'm surprised he was even alive, to be honest. He flew over the rail, and had to have gotten hit by like a car or something on the other side. All I can say, man, is, it isn't so much a bike. People die in cars. I was shooting a video the last video I shot last weekend. I was talking about this one curve on the road, which is really deadly. And I said, I'm going to stop and be careful going into this curve. I came by there the next day, and there was a line of cars backed up. Somebody had gone off the road on that curve. I don't know if it was a bike or a car. and never got down to it. It's a great road. It's a great road to ride on, but it's super deadly. It's outrageously deadly. So anyway, then we're going to cross over here, and I guess we'll get to the other side of, what is this? I forgot the name of this road. The Tidal Basin. It's John F. Kennedy Memorial. It really should be a condom. And this is about what the weather's like in March when the cherry blossoms comes out. It's really nice, except it's packed with people all over the place. And luckily, it's just kind of like nice traffic today, nothing crazy. We cross over here, cross Potomac. And head out. Maybe we'll head out Route 7 for a while. I don't know. It's that so many places to go, but I want to go get a view of this one place today. Let me see. Past Crystal City. I guess we have to take a shot of this real quick. We pass by Crystal City, Pentagon, Air Force Memorial, all that good stuff. Let's see who's over there. So the plane came flying right over this section of highway right here. And clipped one of these lights on the highway. Surprised they haven't made a memorial for that, but yeah, over there on the side. That's all dedicated to the 93 U.S. servicemen, I believe it was 93, who were killed in that terrorist attack. In a country that boos in a moment of silence for the Paris victims because it interrupts their football game. Anyhow, let's go on down here. I guess we'll take Braddock Road out. Change. Let's see. We're not going to go to the right and hit Braddock from the top. We'll go down here. We can catch it on this side. I guess we could go over here. This was a huge project, man. I remember it took about 10 years for them to get this right. Let's see, you got the Beltway, east and west. You got 395 north and south. You got Springfield going on, all kinds of shit. But the one benefit of it, you got great roads. And we got a fucking fire truck. Means there's an accident down there. I can already smell smoke. Somebody's smoking big time. A car on fire. What fun! Anyway, we're gonna get off here in a little bit and head up Prince William Parkway. The benefits of having a shitload of traffic is they make awesome roads to handle it. Flying down here, man. All these roads are good. The old roads, not so good. They're usually really tight, crusty, curved, nasty shit, and I'm going to show you some of that today. If I find the road, I know where I'm looking for. See if I can find it. I'll usually go this way. Franconia, Springfield / Burke. Burke, fun stuff, and the omnipotent condo fucking development, which stretches for miles and miles and miles south and west of DC. Oh, the ridiculous speed limits and the ridiculous traffic. Hopefully today is not so bad. Come on. All right, fine. So we need to make a left up here on somewhere, and then we'll be getting to where I want to go. I gotta get a shot of this view. It's just an awesome view. Virginia versus Maryland. They don't have radar here. They do have cops, though, so you gotta watch out. These cops will roll right up behind you in a second. But at least you don't have to worry about hitting a school radar, which is like there's just so many of them now in DC and Maryland. It's ridiculous. Anyway, so let's see. I'm about 5 miles from where I need to go to get to where I want to go. Just gonna hope we have enough. We're gonna have to definitely stop recording here. I don't think I have enough. Whoa, this guy was almost ready to pull out. Across Fairfax County Parkway, heading south, all of a sudden things start getting a little fun. So, question of the day. Here's my one hardware motorcycle related question. Assuming you had the cash, assuming you had no problem actually affording the bikes, which would you rather buy? A Ninja 300, this is Burke Lake over here to the left. Would you rather buy a Ninja 300 or a Ducati 1299? Honestly, if you had to choose between those two bikes, which would you rather buy? One of them is loud as shit, expensive as shit, drinks a lot of gas, might, if you're lucky, get 100 miles to the tank. The other one is much cheaper, much easier to maintain, much less likely to get stolen, and you're going to get about 200, maybe 250 miles to the tank, depending on how you ride. Oh, shit. Fuck. Man, that light like shit. Right? The thing about Virginia lights, are very short for the yellows. Unfortunately, I don't know if I have enough juice for this, but my batteries, this is like the part I came down to ride. It's dangerous as shit though. You can't really come down here and fly around. It is super dangerous. This is one of the most, these are the most dangerous roads I think I've ever ridden, and I've ridden a fair amount of roads. They just kind of creep up on you and they'll knock you on your ass. But you could blast around here on a Ninja 300. This guy and his wife, I guess. I'm gonna pull over. Or you could, and go forever and pretty much ride it to 90% of its capability most of the time. Or you could buy a Ducati that'll do close to 200 miles an hour. Probably has a back tire which is a little bit too big. It's going to make the handling a little awkward. Certainly the 899 is better handling than the 1199, 1299. That simple reason, the back tire is a little bit too big and awkward for the front. It really unbalances the bike. If you had a choice, which would you buy? Which would you ride? Ugh. Lovely roads when they're repaved. When they're not repaved, they're all broken up, they're shit. Real pain in the ass. So, I'm gonna do this and just see if my helmet cam has recorded it by the time I get up there. So this road goes down to a little town called Clifton, and it circles around through areas of Lake Braddock that are really nice big estate houses. But there are 2 or 3 different ways to get there, to get around in here. And when I came down here this time last year in November, I was freezing my ass. It was dark. I just gotten back from Blue Ridge Mountains and it was freezing my goddamn ass off right here. And I should probably pull over and get some gas for once, as opposed to riding around here with no gas. So let me do that, and then I can. Now we're almost done. Sorry, she didn't pop a wheelie. So you can go left there, and that's Wolf Run Shoals, which is really, really tight road. A lot of clutch, dude. And you go straight here, and this takes you straight to Clifton. Or you go right there, and that takes you back up to Occoquan and Ox Road. And this is really kind of a rider's. There's lots of bikes down here usually during the year. I think I pulled over down there and was putting on 2 pairs of pants and shirts and shit like that. There's a road down here called Henderson Road, which loops around to the left, but we're not going to take that. We're going to take it straight down to Clifton. But that is the road people usually take out of here. And then come around Yates Ford, and there's another road called Yates Ford, pretty much. These trucks fucking everything up. Not like I'd be going really fast, but still. See, they repaved this recently, because usually it's like a bumpy kind of shit road. They just repaved it, looks like, which is cool. So now it matches the other roads. Although I wouldn't say Henderson Road is one of the best roads. It's much better to ride a motorcycle on a nice smooth road than it is on a bumpy ass old cruddy up road where you gotta watch the damn cracks and shit. So then we're gonna get a nice slow road because of these two. Nice slow ride. Barely doing the speed limit. Believe me, most of the time people are going in a little faster than this, but that's okay. I'm not really worried about coming down here much faster than this. I've never seen anybody actually wreck on these roads, but at the same time, I've seen enough wrecks. I don't need to see any more wrecks. So, the one thing I do have to regret is that I missed the foliage. Good thing about riding like this is mostly the leaves are off the road. And there's a lot of light where normally the trees would be blocking the light. Oh, here we go. This is more like it. Well, this has been sort of shaved down a little bit. They just haven't paved it yet. Like I said, one thing you don't want to do on a motorcycle is assume the road is going to be really good. Assume there's not going to be gravel. And then go flying around, and the next thing you're lying on your ass. This guy's obviously got a little bit of experience on his wife, girlfriend, and me. I did not expect this. Believe me, I would not have been eager to come down here if I thought that this had happened. But it's better than running into it suddenly at 60 miles an hour on the highway. Jesus. Let's hope it isn't like this on the downhill sections. I'm sure it is. God, I hate road under repair. I hate it. Fucking hate it. This bike is just weaving and wobbling all over the fucking place. Ugh. More than I bargained for today, trust me. I'll have to let these people go by because where does this shit end? Ugh. This is just bullshit. Alright, that's Henderson. So we're like halfway to where we want to go. God, this sucks. I ruined a beautiful road. This nonsense. And I get down here on the wrong day. Alright, good. At least this part of it's alright. Shit. This is not what I want to be dealing with today. Is it still like this? Fuck. Come on now. Give me a reasonable road. No center stripe. So what I don't want to do is start flying down here and find it again. God damn it. Yay! All right. They broke up the other side. Still got to worry about gravel. Still a little bit broke up here. Where's your ABS, man? Jesus. My dirt bike skills. They ruined this lovely road with this bullshit. Most dangerous road in the history of mankind. Alright, at least some of this is fucking not fucked up. Alright, something like that is always fine. That there's shit happening that you don't want to be dealing with when you're on a bike. So we're going to go uphill. Now, again, fuck the road up. Because this is where I wanted to go. I'm just going to record this because the road is dangerous enough without this shit. Thank God, man. Thank God, because this is a serious road right here. It's a short road, but a serious road. So you come whipping around here. It's your classic sport touring road right here. Look at this hill. Wow. What fun. Now, that was actually less scary because I knew it than it was when I did it the first time on my car. I was fucking flipping out when I did it on my car. I hate coming over hills like that, blind hills. There's like tire tracks over there. See, this is the kind of shit. It's fun to ride. If you just knock off 5 miles an hour, it's like fun and safe. If you go 5 miles an hour too fast, it's like fun until you die. You know, it just, that's all it takes. It's just getting it wrong by about 5 miles an hour, 10 miles an hour maybe. Certainly 10 miles an hour, because then you're like squeezing on the brakes trying to save yourself for like 5 seconds, knowing that you're gonna die any second. You definitely don't want to blow a road by 20 miles an hour. Hey, here's my view. This is what I came all the way up here for. All the way down here and up here for this view. Let's see if I have any Gates Ford. Now that'll take you down to the down to where we wanted to go. This takes you through a park, which we will probably be turning around instead of going up the other side of the park this time. Oh, hey, see, nice enough, lovely road. Lovely road we can ride on like one part of it, because the other part's all shit. Oh, let's not get crossed up here. Carried away and crossed up is not a good thing to do on a motorcycle. So this is what differentiates a noob from an experienced rider. Noob will come flying down here. Oh, hey, this is fun. Wow, look at the twisties. Wow, look at the views. You know, wow, this is really great. Look, I can ride fast. Experienced rider comes down here and goes, okay, where am I going to get killed? I sure hope my camera's running right now, man. This is what I came all the way down here to see. The tops of those buildings. Ease it down here. This is a classic Virginia view right here. Halfway up the side of a hill, lots of woods and trees and shit. Twisty back road. Get on that brake. That's pretty much what you see up and down Route 7, Route 50. Beautiful back roads. Alright, now we're going to stop here and take a pee. Oh, it's closed. Are we going to do the back? Let's do this and be done with it. Gotta get some practice on gravel roads. Because one thing riding around here, you do cross a lot of gravel roads. A little practice on gravel roads isn't gonna hurt you. Unless you get stupid with the throttle and slide the bike out from under you. Alright, so enough of this shit for recording. Moment. Here we are here in the Virginia woods. Beautiful day, beautiful weather. Got good roads here, the back roads, on your GS or whatever the hell you're on, your Ninja 300, whatever the fuck it is. Beautiful day, beautiful bike. Got my shirt on, t-shirt on under it, and a jacket. And that's it. Ride in pants, just like I shouldn't. No gear other than that. Helmet and gloves other than that. Just sit up here, set up a little fire and cook some coffee and look at the lake right over there through those woods. Life is good. No complaints at all, right? Beautiful day. All right, so now I'll say this, that heading out west from here, northwest, all the way out to West Virginia, you can take Route 7, or you can take Route 50, or you can take 66, or pretty much anything, 28, 29, down to Charlottesville, down to the Skyline Drive. And this is pretty much what you'll see when you don't see any towns. You know, you'll see the occasional towns, certainly, but for the most part, what you will see is woods. Just like this. Back roads, woods. Hopefully not gravel roads, but mostly woods. I present to you today, folks, my ride. Now, all I can say is that this bike does everything I want it to do except ride in a straight fucking line. On the highway, if I'm riding behind trucks, this is one reason I don't like to ride on the highway, but certainly like 4-lane highway like we did. A truck gets in front of me and you get all this swirly fucking air and it just goes like, the front wheel is like, and I really have to be careful not to get into a speed wobble. But on a back road, like on a road, kind of like average like this, where I can take it kind of casually, it's in its element. It really does like to ride, I'd say, 70 on a clear road with no traffic wind, which is the big deal. On a 4-lane road, you get a lot of traffic wind. 8-lane road, you get a lot of traffic wind. On a 2 or 1-lane road, you don't get much, and it's much better. And it just likes to cruise along, and you want to go faster. You just crack the throttle a little bit, and just goes and it runs up the hill. This bike really does like to ride on roads that I like to drive, which is why I love it. It really has just the kind of power I like. Beautiful power band, beautiful throttling, beautiful fuel delivery. The only thing I hate about it, I really wouldn't even say hate, but the only thing that bothers me about it is that it has been down, and it does show the effects of having been down. And I don't mean just been down, it's been someone slammed it into something. So I can't imagine what this bike would be like if it hadn't happened. It would be awesome. So we're going to go for this ride, and I'm going to try to get to West Virginia before it gets dark and get back before it gets dark. We're going to hit 522 up into the mountains and head maybe to, is it Winchester? Yeah, maybe Winchester, and come down 68. So let's see if we can do that before it gets dark. The huge lake runs pretty much north and south around here, and traveling the lakes is good stuff, man. You can ride all the way up and down Route 40, different lakes between here and Pittsburgh, or west of Pittsburgh, Ohio. Good stuff. No reason to get out on a highway and do 150 miles an hour for fun on a motorcycle. I mean, how many times can you race a bike at high speed on a highway before, it gets old? Or not to mention you get arrested or you get killed. But riding for fun is a whole different story. Just, riding around. People worry too much about what bike they buy instead of worrying about what riding they do with it. And I think that we need to have a moratorium somewhere, somehow. Maybe I'll start a site or something like that, whatever, where I never compare motorcycles. I don't ever look at the features of a bike. I don't ever look at the performance or anything like that. All I talk about is riding, and I might actually do that just for fun. Motorcycle riding is supposed to be about getting out and enjoying the fresh air, enjoying the scenery, getting out of a car, and having fun on the road. And one of the things I always notice when I get back in my car is how big and heavy and bulky it feels to drive it. Riding a bike, I love it. Not because it's the fastest thing or because it does a quarter mile in 10 seconds or whatever. I love it because I just like getting out and riding. And I just love the power. I love the acceleration. For me, it handles well enough, certainly. I guess it could handle a little bit better, certainly, but it could be a leader bike. I could definitely get a Gixxer or something like that. But this bike is just more power than a Gixxer. I mean, and I like the extra power. I'm willing to make some kind of trade-off for power versus handling. But Jesus Christ almighty, folks. I mean, seriously, a beautiful day like today, are we really going to sit on the internet and fucking argue about which bike is better than another one? Seriously. I would hope at least you go outside, ride your motorcycle to a park, go sit down on a bench, listen to the birds, think about it for about 30 minutes, and then maybe pull out your damn laptop or your tablet and start yapping about motorcycles. At least have something good to say about riding as opposed to just owning a bike. Talk about life, not material. Okay? That's what we really should be doing. Down there fishing or something with our motorcycles. There's a trail that runs all along the side of this thing, runs over there. And there's a golf course on the far side over there. I don't know what course that is, but I can see the very end of it. I think that's, well, I'm supposed to play out here. I'm not quite here, but close. Tomorrow. So, playing at a course not far from here, which a friend of mine has been yapping about for years. And we're going to give it a shot and see how it works out. So let's get back on the road. I really wanted to stop here for a second and check my battery, so let me do that. Battery's going to take the helmet off to do that. It's unfortunate. But I don't have the latest technology where I can check my battery and recharge it while I'm on the road. So let's blast up here, Yates Ford, and get going to the west. What? Is that sand? Sure is. Is your car coming? No. Just a slight twitch of the throttle, man. I'm telling you. Wait. Ugh. First gear, gotta love it. I'm not really a dirt rider. I wonder where that goes. I don't know, but could go find out, but not now. Not really a dirt rider. I mean, I guess if I had a lot more experience riding in the dirt, it'd be kind of cool. There's some giant potholes here. Speaking of experience in the dirt, let's get some more. Grew up as a kid riding a bike on the dirt. We come flying down here. You'd never use your brakes until the last second. I just wonder how you know if you're braking too hard without an ABS system, without the damn thing sliding up, locking up on you. And locking up and dropping a 500-pound bike in the gravel is not my idea of fun. So we'll just take it easy here and come down. Not really going to be a need to brake unless you need to turn. But, you know, it's kind of like skiing, right? You don't really want to slow down. You just want to not wreck. Yeah, that's your ticket. Alright, so that's Yates Ford up there. Come out of here in a second. Gotta be careful because there'll be traffic coming directly from our left shoulder. And try not to get killed. Alright, so that's old Yates Ford. Now we're gonna come down here and I could just ride around here and ride Henderson and Yates Ford and all that kind of good shit. I get at least two or three more roads I can think of right here. That'd be fun riding. Bull Run Marina. No need to go racing out in the middle of nowhere. We'll save them for another day. this thing takes so long to charge. Oh boy. I used to ride back here all the time. I drive back here anyway. My trips to the Gauntlet. Trying to master that course. Good hour-long drive back to the Gauntlet. Down almost to Fredericksburg. Great roads, man. One thing you gotta watch out for is somebody pulling out in front of you. I may not be a big fan of the state of Virginia. It certainly has its issues, but definitely has some nice roads. Listen to that sweet inline 4 motor singing its song, doing its thing. I did not buy a 14R because I thought it just had just ridiculous power. It wasn't, I wouldn't say it's ridiculous. I shouldn't say ridiculous. I just got carried away there. It is a little bit too powerful for what I need to make me happy. You almost never have to race it. I mean, it's so. Look at that dog. That damn fucking dog. Luckily that road was wide and I had plenty of time to see him. I take it that dog's done that a few times. Alright, West 294, Manassas. Did we take this? I guess so. Prince William Parkway. Not really my idea of fun to take Prince William Parkway, but alright, so this guy's sitting here and says no turn on red when pedestrians are present, and he has apparently no desire whatsoever to go right. So we'll pass him. Still only doing 60 miles an hour, people. See, now, if I was on an H2R, man, I mean, what would you do, honestly? It's a bike. The guy is busy looking to the left, man, always deadly right there. What would you do with a bike that could do such ridiculous speeds, but is only slightly faster than this one? Don't say that you don't need it. You can't use it on the road. I ride this bike on the road all the time and I use the shit out of it. Plenty of time, plenty of road to enjoy riding. I have to ride it 100 miles an hour. A mile cracking the throttle, running up to 7 grand, I'm gone. Just that I get there faster than anybody else. But I'm very aware that a Fairfax County cop can be rolling up my ass. You can't just go flying around these roads. Unless you want to spend a few months in lockup. It doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. It's just got to be kind of calm. Alright, so we're going to come up here. Now, the place I want to go is a long way away from here, which is one reason why I'm just letting this battery run out. That guy caught me. I wasn't going that fast. Alright, so we're rolling up here. There's some corn that dried out. I didn't even bother to pick it up. It wasn't worth the gas to harvest it. Ugh. Now this is one of these roads. It's Telegraph Road. And this is where Coleman... Oh, God, I hate riding through this part of town. It really sucks. You really don't want to ride here because it just blows. So we're going to go a little farther south and then come west. It's just like a nightmare to go out that way. Right there. Ooh, let's go hit some of the southern, a little south of here and then come up some of the more fun roads. The last thing you gotta remember on a motorcycle, always look where you're going first before you move. And make sure you look to the right if you're gonna go right, look to the left if you're gonna go left. Look before you get there. Because somebody, sure enough, one of these days, someone will be slammed right into your ass. It's going to be a nightmare just to get back to the fucking highway from here. Ugh. Oh, Jesus. This sucks, honestly. Alright, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that at all. There we go. Fuck it, we're heading south. Straight south. And then we'll go west. Not going into Fairfax. I'm not going to do it. Alright, take the break, people. Take the break. They said that regular gas for $1.89 a gallon. But I'm like going, man, I still got about 60 miles worth of gas. And we got a long way to go. The sun's already getting low. We got a long way to go, long to come back. It's already 2 o'clock. We really don't have time to go out there. Whoosh. It's just going to take forever to go out there through Virginia. I think I might be able to get to Harper's Ferry and come back that way where it gets dark. Fuck, man, this is unreal. $1.89 a gallon. Holy shit. Almost any road is fun. I mean, I don't mind it as long as I can ride. Let's come out here and just buzzing around. Buzzing around like this, man. I know I sound like a broken record, but it's really hard to have a bad time on a motorcycle that can do 10-second quarters. Doesn't have to really do much, but let me whip the throttle open now and then. I'm going to have a good time on it. Oh! I remember on my first bike, I had an old GS 550, man. I saw somebody talking about it not too long ago, but I had an old ass GS 550, which I picked up under suspicious circumstances, as in I borrowed it from somebody just to ride it and I wrecked it. I was taking this girl out for a ride and we were right through this, just took her for, just ride around on regular roads kind of like this, and I took her through an industrial park, and there was a railroad track at the industrial park, and came over the railroad track, and there was a kind of a steep drop off. It was like maybe 6 feet. We came over the railroad track. I told her, hold on, and I came over the track and I gunned it, and we flew off the back of that thing, man, and got up in the air and came down on the back side of that thing, and man, there was a cop right there. That sucker came flying out, and he pulled me over and he said, what are you doing? He was all fucking huffed up and puffed up and shit, and I was like, dude, what? So we jumped off the back of a railroad So what? You're right, that thing safely, all right? I don't want to pick you up. Now, did I have riding class, riding experience, lots of riding? No, I had experience riding a bike, sure, after I bought it, wrecked it, and fixed it. I didn't have years and years of experience riding a motorcycle or any safety classes or any of that kind of shit. I just rode. I just, enjoyed riding it. Those are my days when I was a little bit more younger and reckless, certainly, but I wouldn't say that a ton of experience riding on back roads or some shit like that. I just enjoyed riding it and rode it around and I was used to it. Fairly good idea what to do on it that was safe. Ridden by the Prince William County Police Station. Just rode it out and had a ball on it. I didn't really have to go out and do a whole bunch of shit. Do burnouts and wheelies, and I just love riding. Racing on the highway. I mean, I never heard of that shit until I saw guys doing wheelies on the highway once, man. Down on the southern side of DC, down near Andrews Air Force Base, you see a lot of guys down there doing wheelies on the highway. I mean, it's never occurred to me that that's what I needed to do to enjoy riding a motorcycle. To me that I need to go out and drag knees to enjoy riding a bike. To do stoppies or all kinds of dumb shit like that. Now, I mean, I'm not going to deny it's great if you can do that and you're good at it, it's fine, but the process of getting there, I would guess it's probably slightly painful to try to do it on a street bike. Especially an expensive street bike. And what would we do if you could do burnies and stoppies and stuff on a Ninja 300? What would we say then? I don't even know where this road goes. I just know where the sun is. I know generally where I want to go. I kind of know, Route 234 and that kind of shit. I know that. Prince William Parkway, it's kind of hard to, escape that. I'm just cutting across the major roads, hoping not to run out of gas. Ugh. Just out balling around, man. Playing on a beautiful day. Wide open spaces. Blue sky. Mountains in the distance. Deer running out in front of you. Low on gas. Riding out on the road, you don't even know where the fuck it goes. Alright, so going into some industrial park at high speed. Hoping you can get out of it without too much trouble. Hoping there's not a cop on your ass. This is the one thing I want to change about my bike. I want to put a rear view camera on it. Need an anti-lockup device. Checking those mirrors and those turns, man. This is where you could get a little nutty and crazy right here. Alright, so hopefully this will come out on 29 at least, and we can catch we need to catch some gas for sure. Catch the end of 66 and take it out. One good thing about this, there we go. Okay. Look at the thing about this bike. Once that thing starts flashing, you have about 35 miles worth of gas. And now I know where we are, and we can get some gas real quick. See, going hard. Just don't fucking be on the brakes when you get on the turn. I know where I am. If not, I'm close enough. 29, and 29 runs into 66 here under us. And we're going to take this, I guess we'll take it out to 522, take that north, and then take 7 back. That shouldn't take too long. It's going to be a fun ride. The thing I liked about coming back on that ride was, I did it when I went out there to play Blue Ridge Shadows, is at least take it down to 15 and then come back. So now you can take this right, and it passes by the Bull Run Battlefield Memorial, which is a cool road. Definitely some cool roads down there. But we're going to take it up to Front Royal. We're definitely going to have to haul ass, because we are going to be running out of time to get back. Winchester's is not very close. But you want to put some speed and distance on your bike, this is the way to do it. You got to get on the highway. Now this course, I'm running out of battery juice here, so we'll see how this works out. Site, which is excellent. Skipped all that shit around Manassas. Beautiful. Just gotta hope my camera doesn't blow off. Alright, so you have one option here, which is to take 15 and go north. I've done several times. Never taken 522 from Fort Royal north, so I'm gonna try that today. This is about 25 miles out to, well, 40 miles up to Fort Royal, so it's gonna be about an hour ride out there. The one thing that might give me pause, it's going to be a while to get the hell out there. Even at 70 miles an hour, already 2:30 almost. Got literally about 2.5 hours worth of daylight. Anyway, there it is. Blue Ridge. It's not really Blue Ridge. Blue Ridge is south of here, really. That's the very top of the Blue Ridge Mountains, I guess. So anyway, unfortunately I can't record all this. I don't think I can, because I think I'm going to run out of juice if I'm not already out of juice. But since we're just riding anyway, I'll just record it. Now this is a road you take all the way out to 81 and then take that south down into Tennessee, and the road I would always really wanted to do is take like 68 through Charlottesville and then take that down into Knoxville, 81 south, instead of riding through all this crap up here. That really is a bike road. You just kind of cruise along. And I'm doing a solid 70, no more. Just sitting up nicely and chilling out. And away we go. I don't think we're going to go out past 15 though. It's just too far. There's too little benefit. and there's too much to be gained to come back the other way. Definitely. Get out of here, ride. At this speed, it would be like an 8-hour ride down to Knoxville. Fighting wind, fighting, big trucks the whole way down the road. It'd be fucking crazy. So my question is, why would you ever want to do that on a motorcycle? Why would you want to ride for hours at a time on a motorcycle on a highway when you can drive a car? It just doesn't make sense. Unless there's no traffic. The better question, why would you want to do that in the rain? It's insanity. Rain and cold, double insanity. We're going to take either 15 or we're going to take 7 and Delaplane go up the sensible way to do this. Bike just does not like riding on the highway. That he just wants to weeble and wobble all over the damn road. Not all over the road, but still. Alright, that's one reason why. Enough. Be unsettling. Oh look, there's a smart sign. Weird ass noise. Oh, that's the truck. Now tell me if you had a liter bike, man. Seriously, you wouldn't be ripping this shit to shreds. Of course you would be. I don't want to bend over because I don't want to be like the prototypical motorcyclist. But that's what I should be doing, but fuck it, I'm not going to do it. I'm trying to keep my speed at a reasonable speed. Bike just wants to tip over or something. It just wants to tip over on the front. You really have to kind of just not oversteer it. Find a balance between fall into the back right and fall into the front left. Imagine riding this thing 350 miles, honestly. even in this kind of wind, it's a handful. Reminds me of riding that Gixxer up to Vermont. And I said, man, the first like 200 miles up there, I was scared. I thought, you know, wouldn't make it. Didn't seem like it really wanted to turn to the left. And I was like, man, I'm gonna wreck this thing making a left turn. Then I rode up on some. There was like 4 or 5 miles of gravel that I had to ride on of a road that was under repair and shit. That scared the hell out of me. And then I was up there and I had to be back and like drop the thing off at like 11 o'clock that night. And I just flew all the way back. Just boom. Made the stupid mistake of trying to ride through Princeton and wasted all the time I gained by flying back. But the first tank coming back down, I guess it was I-81 or something coming down from Troy. Man, that was a fucking blast. It was so much fun. Just throw yourself at it and enjoy the ride. Every time I come down here, I have to pee here somewhere. It was just a blast. Sorry, folks, gotta go. So we can find a good place to go. This is not a good place. There's no place to stop, but let's see. House and peanut bushes. Oh well. Like you leave like a $5 bill or something. I don't know, but I always hate this one here because there's no place to pee here. And I don't know about you, but when I go riding, I have to pee from now to time to time. I mean, pee like within minutes. Pee. So we can take this ride up here. Where does this go? I don't even know where the hell this goes. Let's go up here. Let's try this out. I mean, I know where it goes. It goes to 50 or 7, one of the two. So, take the scenic route. I usually take 15 or something like that. So we're gonna go all the way across. This will be in on 50 here in a second. The plains. Now, I don't mind riding these like old streets, like the industrialized streets. When I get far enough out of town, it's all right. You know, I don't mind it. It's a pain in the ass when you're in the middle of like Leesburg or some shit like that, and because there's so many lights and people are so damn slow. It's just crazy. This is one of those old towns. Now the cool thing about roads like, you know, roads like this is that they ride through a bunch of these old towns and they're kind of cool. Oh, Jesus. All right, we're going back to 7-Eleven or something. I need to get something to eat. There's a gas station back there. Go back there and hit that. See, he's too cool to wave, which is going to be his downfall as I come behind him and then I... See, that's nice. That's picturesque scene right there. I like it. Let's stop and take a picture. Ooh, let's take a picture of this real quick. The end of the battery here. started at about noon, and it is now 2:30, so we're probably way past it. Oh, the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains. 55, yeah, buddy! I wasn't even looking for deer. There's probably some deer up here somewhere I need to watch out for them. If there was a car behind me, it is now well. See, now the only problem with this is like, this just be like, you're not even at 81 yet. We're way east of the major highway that goes north and south, or north, southwest and northeast. I've never been on this road before, but I may have to ride it again. House for sale by owner, man shit. I love riding this part of town because it's just far enough out to give you a good out, and there's lots of hills, lots of stuff to see. Big sky. You're not quite all the way out in the middle in the mountains. But that's cool too, but you can't see the mountains when you're in the mountains. Unless you're like looking south. Middleburg. I know where all these go. I know where Middleburg goes. We have no interest in going to Middleburg. Store it. Rock deer. Oh, there's a park. We have to stop there. I think there's a park there. Northern Fuck Yeah Community Park. We're stopping. Key. I love parks. Parks on motorcycles are the shit. We're stopping there. We're having to smoke. There's somebody. Please nobody here. I love parks when I'm riding. See, I could have stopped here, and that way I wouldn't have to pee in that guy's backyard. All right, open every day, dawn is dark. Right, speed limit 15. Love us a good park. Just want to pull over here for a second. This park goes way to hell back there. I don't know if I want to go way back there. There's a car. My idea of a good meetup is you meet at a park and then go from one park to another park. There's a lake. It's a park. That's the shit. We're gonna stop. Next place we find a place to stop. See where right? Usually you push my car right up there. The bike. Here we go. This is a nice park. I think this is it right here. Oh, there's another road that goes over there. Man, almost like too many parks. Too big a park. This park looks good. So I usually do is I'll go right over here, stick it in the fucking thing. This is where I break the law, by riding on the sidewalk in the park. I can't tell you how many times I've been out and stopped like this, and then 5 minutes later it started to rain. It's like such a pain in the ass. That's not supposed to happen. Too much shit happening. How's it making all that damn noise? Anyway, so we're here in Fauquier Park. Fauquier. Fuck yeah. Stop for a minute, have a smoke, take some notes, check my battery. North Fauquier County Community Park, which is just halfway between Front Royal and downtown DC. It was too far. I want to ride out there, but so we stopped for a minute. We're gonna see if we can get out of here. Because it was looking scary there for a minute. It looks a lot better now, so let's see how it works. In the middle of Fauquier County, on Zola Road or something like that, out halfway between Front Royal and, let's see, Front Royal and DC, really. Sort of just southeast of Leesburg. Got about an hour ride to go to get to the Potomac, and I got about a 15-minute charge on my battery. I just don't have time to sit there. It's 3:40 now. By the time we get to the Potomac, it's going to be dark already, and then we got to ride back in the darkness. So we'll see how far this goes. I figured out pretty much I'm going to be charging the bike, the battery, and the camera when I stop. I figured out how to do that without taking the helmet off. It's really a question of how good I am at it. We'll take a ride through the back roads of Virginia here. We're not really out in the middle of nowhere. We're out about 20 miles out of DC. Horse country. This is sort of the Virginia equivalent of Howard County, Maryland. So I'll spend my time looking for deer by the side of the road, but hopefully will not hit any. I've never been on this road before. I usually go a little bit farther before I turn, either a little farther or not quite as far, and so this is one of those times when I'm on a road that I don't know, but it looks pretty good. A lot of rocks. Feeling a rock pop up from under me. Usually the roads between 50 and 7 are pretty interesting. These little north-south connector roads. Same thing with going down to I-68, riding back up. Connector roads are usually pretty fun. So you can run into some where they're gravel if you don't set your GPS up right. This one is not really more than a couple of turns to get us to Leesburg. Ugh. So I guess I'll overlay some ride music. My pants legs flapping in the breeze there. Oh, doo-doo-doo. Look at them black cows, black steer. Ugh. Rock Hill Mill. So yeah, not a lot of chitter chatter now. I really not much going on in the world that I want to talk about. I'm not talking about the Middle East or economics or any of that bullshit. We're not talking about bikes anymore. Really trying hard not to talk about bikes anymore. I'm going to be a rolling tour guide. The way I see it is kind of like motorcycles are entertainment, but when you overdo it, then they become a problem. And we want to enjoy riding, but we don't want to drive ourselves crazy worrying about riding. You know, just like you don't want to get into an accident, you don't want to drive yourself into an insane asylum worrying about bikes. I would say if you're the kind of person who spends a lot of time worrying about bikes, you know what you got to do? Every year get a new bike. Just shut up and get a new bike, you know. And if you're the kind of person who likes to do different types of riding and stuff, and that's great, you know, but don't put down people who don't like to do that, because frankly it's another form of excess. Look at that view, huh? Really see it from the fence, but still I can see it from my SUV, my truck with his 20-inch wheels and his 24-inch lift kit. So let's see here. I just really need something to tell me when the battery's dead, or done, or you know, whatever's going on with it. Man, look at that view. Let's see what we see here. Behind me too. Let him come by. You don't like the whole traffic up, don't like to force them. Maybe ride your own ride. Get there and have a good time. It's all about just chilling out and having your own ride. I don't know why that's like that. It's kind of weird when you see a fence and somebody's cut it and got some stuff like that over the fence. Who else is behind me? There's somebody behind me. Has to make a big right turn. I'm really looking for a good place to stop, and I ride too fast to stop. There we go. I want to charge the battery up a little bit more. Plus, this is a good place you can see. Man, the sun's, we got about half an hour light. Just far enough west you can see the mountains, but not far enough to be in them, which is good. And this is not where you want to be when it gets cold. It's just, it will get 15, 20 degrees colder just like that, bam, as the sun goes down below those mountains. Not November, you don't want to be here. That's for damn sure. So let's see if we can hook this up real quick. It's just a little bit too complicated. So I'm going to have to rig this camera so I can... It's something I've been meaning to do for a long time, but I never got around to it. Rig it so I can at least charge it while I'm riding, if not running off a battery, an external battery, much larger than the Concourse battery. Because it will only record about an hour and a half at 60 frames per second, 720p. on one battery. And then it takes about an hour to charge up, the full charge. Right on this camera, you can swap the battery. But I don't want to swap the battery. I don't want to be dealing with that nonsense. I mean, it's not a bad idea, but how do you know the new battery's working if you don't take your helmet off and look at the controls, see if it's actually working? Which is the whole point I'm trying to avoid. I'm trying to avoid taking my helmet off again, just to check the settings. Ugh. So one of the things I learned on a ride like this, weather much like this, is always bring an extra pair of pants and a turtleneck sweater and a hat, a nice knit hat to wear under your helmet. I've seen the 650 Eve talking about the cold weather gear. Basically looks like a wetsuit that you wear under your riding gear. My thing is, why the fuck are you out riding when it's 35 degrees or whatever, you know? That whole concept to me is the problem. It doesn't make sense to be out riding a motorcycle when it's fucking freezing. That's a basic problem. Middleburg. It's one of those towns where you gotta go kind of slow. I think they have a speed camera in one of these. I don't know, but not this one. Maybe it is this one. I don't know. I'll find out. But one of the cool things, I came back the other day from Blue Ridge Shadows, and I was driving, and just came down Route 7, and it just passed this town after town after town before you get to Leesburg, which is really cool. Little sleepy towns, not really sleepy towns, but just small towns. It's amazing how the main street in these towns looks so much alike. You know, between here and Pennsylvania and the buildings look the same. This town square looks the same. It's pretty cool. Go through there, 40, so I don't know. Definitely not doing 25. Not doing an insane speed like 25. I mean, I didn't even notice it was 25 until I looked up and was like, oh, that guy was going so fast. Last time I came up here, they were having a parade, which was pretty cool. This is one of those kind of weird little towns where it's been taken over by the wealthy. So it's not just like a small town, it's a haven for the wealthy and somewhat influential. So those who have some money. But not a lot of money. I mean, just like they, kind of, say the 10%. And the funky thing about horse country, or would-be horse country, or used to be horse country, is how people behave when they think they have something going, They think they have some money or whatever, but they don't. They just work around people. They work with people who have money. But it's not their money. It's the people they work for that have money. Oh man, those noses get long. They look way down those noses at you, And I've been in that gas station, a lady at the gas station, you know, I'm like, oh, okay, fine, sorry. Just the world's Mr. Attitude, you know, and I was like, man, oh, I'm sorry, ma'am, I didn't mean to insult you. But anyway, so this road has some good views out past. I don't know if it's just inside or just outside of Middleburg. Looking at those mountains, really good views. I think it's up here, really. I wish I wouldn't run out of daylight, but we are. I definitely would take another hour, stop and charge my phone, but there's no point in stopping because we run out of daylight. There you go, over those fences out there. So what I always hated when I look at people who have motorcycle videos is they turn their heads too fast. By the time you figure out what they're looking at, they've already turned it back. It's just like you wish that camera was on a swivel so it could independently turn. They could control it with their eyes or something. And second, so they don't take their damn eyes off the road. Or at least not so much. Like that. Should be law. You should never be able to allow to move the camera more than like a degree a second or something. I got a little of those pockets of hot air. Woo-wee. Love them. Watch for turning vehicles when you cross the hill. Look, there's a car turning. Oh no. T-bone at 75 miles an hour. This far down. Pretty sure I missed my turn, but I do. Definitely going to stop up here somewhere. I didn't think it was that far down 50. No, I could be wrong. Out to 15 and we go way up 15. I mean, it's like an hour and a half to get back home. This is actually the sensible way to get back. Except I don't feel like riding all the way down 7 or 50 to get back, which is a pain in the ass. We're gonna freeze a little bit. I don't know how much. Crazy. There's 734. We can definitely stop here and take a pee. Not to get crushed. It's a bull. Big bull. Bull, manly bull. Bull of bulls. Where can I go potty? Excuse me, sir. Can I use your bush? Thank you. Mighty kind of you, sir. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Can I use your low overhanging wall? I think they may have to do it, honestly. That may be the secret to our urinary success. Let's see if I can do this without... I can't fucking park here. I'm getting crushed. Stops to take a pee. Gotta pee. Sorry. Whew. This is one of those things. Just able to squeeze it out between cars. There are cars coming left and right. Alright, so anyway. More riding more often. I don't think we're gonna have time to charge this thing up. So we're just gonna run this until we stop and recharge it. Man, I had to go so bad. I didn't see that house right there. Hopefully they didn't see me. Oh, this is not the world's best place to pull out. Like these blind turns. Yep. Oh! Fucking dehydrated riding a motorcycle. Country. Actually got a post there. This is where some rebel decided to become a rebel. I'd be really sad if my phone, my car, the thing's already gone dead. Beautiful country up here. Too bad we're running out of light. Other problem. Look at this shit. Woo-wee! I'll take a picture of that one. Cows, we like cows. Cows go moo. Ride up and down the road here on the motorcycle and talk about cows. Good stuff. So anyway, it's kind of my point. Now my point is, the one problem that motorcycles have, they really do have, is that how do you actually extract value from motorcycles? Well, you either do or you don't. You know, you don't kind of, you can argue that as a relaxation method, they add value because they allow you to maximize your productivity and all that kind of bullshit. You can argue that, sure, you can. You know, you can say that. Is it true? Who knows, really? Maybe you would maximize your productivity if you just stopped fucking whacking off on a motorcycle and actually got to work. And certainly you look at the injuries associated with riding. That's a nice place. They have a golf course over there. And you look at the injuries associated with riding, and the expenses of those injuries and all that kind of stuff. I mean, that's not something that you can ignore. So, as a recreational interest, motorcycles have a significant expense, and the question is, you know, is there any payback in terms of value added to society? Damn it, I just rode over that, and I don't know what the fuck it was, and now I have to go find out. I saw it, and it was just like a split second of seeing it, and I realized I probably shouldn't hit that. Now I gotta go back and figure out what it was. Let's go see what it was, and I figure if I can charge my phone. I mean, what I need to see if it has any nails in it. This is what I hate about riding. It's just so super conscious of what you hit, or you know, and then you don't miss it. It's like right there. You could have missed it, like that gravel, but only if you were lucky enough to be in the right place at the right time when you came around that corner. That's a good place to get the shit knocked out of you, stopping right there. It's like a piece of metal. Not some place I want to be over there. Piece of tie. Like that. Let's see if we can miss it this time. That's a place I really need to be slowing down. Meadowbrook Farms. I'll test my low speed maneuvering capability. Do not drop the bike. Two things you can do when maneuvering a bike at low speeds. You can either keep it upright all the time and use your body to counterbalance, or you can drop it down and then try to use your speed and it's harmless. Use your speed and sure enough, there's a guy right behind me. Use your speed to keep the balance in a turn. Guy right fucking behind me when I stopped there or slowed down. Now, your average 18-year-old or 25-year-old kid would have come flying through there at like 50, and I would be toast. But luckily that did not happen. There's 748 that way. Oh, Jesus. That guy's right there. God damn it. Why does that go that way? No, we're going to stop here somewhere. Figure this out. Oh, it's a van, no less. So there's the twisties. Can't stop now. I'm going to have to dump it trying to chase this van. what I'm saying is on a bike, you can't take chances you can take in a car. You just can't. You happily take them in a car, you can't take them on a bike. You really got to kind of be careful. I can't see back there, shit. Dead something. What's slipper clutch? Hello. Let's see here. Walking around our estate area, drinking coffee and rolling our babies. Hello. I'm just sorry my damn camera doesn't have any power. One of my better rides. We need to stop up here and see if it has any power at all. It's the next place we can stop. Ugh. Oh, that's a nutcracker. I see, just imagine what would happen if the world was full of kids, 18 to 25-year-olds driving cars on roads like this. Ugh. Oh, friends of... The lights are coming out. Not good. I have to take my shades off. Lots of gravel. Gravel is so much fun. We love gravel. Like, I have no fucking idea where I am now. I mean, I kind of do, but... I mean, I know where... I'm not in Leesburg, so... This bike is so much fucking fun to ride. It just, I'm in pulling 3,000, 3,500 RPM, just kicking along. Plenty of torque, revs like shit. The big problem with a bike like the FJ1300, I have to kind of say this, is that it doesn't want to rev past like $6,000. It starts bitching at like $6,000. So while, let's see, somebody, try not to run into that. While it has decent torque down low, there's no question you can ride along, you know. You can't rev it, you gotta shift it. Yeah, I mean, it's just like ridiculous. You have to shift it. This bike will happily rev right at 7, 8, 9, 10. It'll rev right up to, happily rev right up to the red line. But unlike a leader bike, your average leader bike, it actually has some power down at 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 RPMs. You don't have to get it up to 6 or 7 before it starts making any real power. And it's certainly not like a Super Sport, a 600 Super Sport, where you have to get to 7,000 or 8,000 before it starts making any real power. And below that, you're just twisting the throttle. It's like a 300. It's just like, you know, and Freeway is so sweet. It's just awesome. It's even better than a Busa motor. Busa's not bad. It's not a bad motor, certainly, but it doesn't rev well down around 2,000 RPM. With this one, will run nice and easy off of 2,000. It doesn't have any faults. Look at all these cars. Jesus. Lexus, blah, blah, blah. I feel like I'm in a fucking car commercial. Yeah, what town are we in now? We are in Philmont. Alright, so let me see here. Gotta figure out if I have any fuel. I mean, battery juice. At least that. I gotta figure out if I have any battery juice. Oh, look at that. It's ridiculous for me to run around doing all this talking and I don't have any juice. And I still got sun. I still got daylight. So, let me see here. Charge it up for a while.